Alright, so this is our first day playing with the London Mulligan. Just to be on the record, people always love when we try and predict the future, right? Here's my hot take / prediction on the London Mulligan. I think there's a good chance that nothing changes. I think there's a good chance that everything stays about the same and everybody just plays a little bit more consistent Magic. I think if anything changes from the London Mulligan, I think it's simply going to widen the discrepancy between the good decks and the decks that aren't actually good, but just occasionally win because people don't play Magic, because Magic's a high variance game. So basically, that's my prediction. The decks that are good get better, and the decks that were never actually good get worse because the decks that are better play Magic more consistently. I am playing Jeskai Control this afternoon. I pushed a couple of small things around, like I put both the Lyras in the main, and I changed like a land in the mana base to have more white sources to compensate for that, but that's about it. An artifact, Super Friends build around for war. Definitely, Admiral. Excuse me, Admiral. Thanks for the tier 3. I appreciate it. Yep. Just like with Standard, Modern is just decks that come out of the deck queue that viewers like you put in their Frostbite. So the only deck in recent memory that I've really been bumping up in there personally myself is the Vanifear Court deck, but everything else I just kind of play them in order as people put them in there. Green Sky Dragon with the 12 months. Have a sword to go with your shield. Thanks for the entire year support. I appreciate it. Welcome back. The Phantom event should be interesting. I don't know. There's less. And they're like free roll events, right? Like I didn't have to leave my house. The only thing playing in the fandom event cost me is the opportunity cost of not being able to play donation decks, which is like low-ish. If I did all the time, maybe it would be higher, but skipping out on dono decks every once in a while is not a big deal. And if people mulligan extra. I mean, I don't think people are gonna... That's the biggest takeaway that I feel like people don't get is that mulliganing is still bad. Like, you don't want to mulligan, right? Like I'm gonna look at this hand. This hand's amazing. I should mulligan it, right? Because mulliganing's better now. No, stop it. Mulliganing is still bad. You still don't want to mulligan. Yeah, like it sucks slightly less. But it's still not something you want to do. You don't go, oh yeah, get to mulligan to 6 and London Mulligan. It's like, well, no, it just doesn't. Did we play Modern yesterday? Yeah, we played just kind of here yesterday. Which answers Admiral's question and the question of what did we play this yesterday? We played this deck 2 days ago. Look at this. Look at this start. Play my Walking Ballista, shoot your thing, keep my Walking Ballista. Let's do it. Getcha. Alright, play my Opal, play my Arcbound Worker. So we're looking for Ravagers lethal at this point. Ancient Stirrings is a good draw. We know they drew it because they could have cast it last turn before picking up their Gemstone Mine. Ravager is always lethal, yeah, basically. Especially with Scales and Walking Ballista, right? There might be merit to playing Walking Ballista and Hangarback Walker here, each as 2/2s, instead of just playing the Walking Ballista as a 3/3. Could see that being the case. Could also see it being right to like play this as a 2/2 and then like pump this up. Are they dead? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 5. Yeah, they're actually dead on board. Right? This is 5. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then shoot you for 4, 5. Yay, math. Also worth noting here, too, I could get an extra counter, because if I spent 2 counters shooting the Arcbound Ravager with 1 Walking Ballista, it would put 3 counters on a different Walking Ballista, so I can actually do 1 more here. Because of the way Hardened Scales plus Arcbound Worker works. Hey, look, it's a matchup that randomly gets hosed by Damping Sphere. Sign me up. It's a Welding Jar matchup. I guess they have engineered explosives post-board. But, like, Welding Jar kind of just gets caught up in that, right? This is probably not an animation module matchup, huh? This matchup's probably not about grinding. I'll leave 1 Throne of Geth in. This seems reasonable. Just want all the wet balls. I don't know. Spellskite doesn't seem very good, right? I guess, is Spellskite better than Welding Jar? I guess is a question. I don't think it is. Do you think Throne of Geth is better than Welding Jar? I think I'm gonna click submit. Yeah, so for clarification, the London Mulligan is on Magic Online only. They will test it at the London Pro Tour. That's why they're referring to it as the London Mulligan. And then if it goes well at the Pro Tour, it'll come to everywhere else after. I mean, they definitely have engineered explosives. Every Amulet Titan deck has 2 to 3 copies of that. I agree. I think we just went. It's modern. Let's race them. Welcome to the party. Do I want to keep this? My opponent went to 5 cards. I think I want to keep this, right? It's like just like really good with any second land. I think I send Overseer back. I'll be there, assuming my deck doesn't get banned. Oh, modern. I'll be there, assuming my deck doesn't get banned. Oh, this format. If we miss on a land, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble here. If we're a true professional, we'll rip Darksteel Citadel, so we can play Hardened Scales before doing anything. Yeah, the cards you ditch from your mulligan go on the bottom. Am I supposed to Walking Ballista, kill this Tribe Scout? I think I'm supposed to kill the Tribe Scout. Otherwise they could Titan me next turn. Bounce land plus Titan lets them Titan next turn. Scales, then Ballista is not a legal play, which is why I have to think about it. Woodwolf, thanks for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. That is why I said last turn I really wanted to draw Darksteel Citadel, although any second land is fine here. Robinson, thank you for the 15 months. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Tireless Tracker, yep. Enchantment Craft when. The Gemstone Mine there implies that they don't have another bounce land. Or if they do, they're saving it, I guess. So, this lets me go Ravager, float mana, sack it, second Opal, second Ravager. I think I just hit them for a ton of damage, right? I just want to pressure them out of the game. How do we feel about sacrifice this to this? And like put 5 counters on this? I think I like that. It might have even been right to be aggressive with the Mox Opal. Could see that being correct. Ballista's always lethal, right? Alright. It's an engineered explosives. Yeah, I agree with Pike's comment. Someone commenting on the Mox Opal. Keeping Mox Opal lets us go Stirrings into a 2-drop, which is valuable. 1 mana, Demonic Tutor busted. Alright, they found explosives. They can blow it up for 1, but that loses their amulet. Alright. They have to jump block, right? They're actually just dead if they don't have path, right? I don't think I'm in a position to play around path. I think, especially with them having engineered explosives in their hand, I'm pretty cold to path next turn regardless. So, whatever they don't block, we're going in on. I mean, I don't understand. There were a lot of really hateful internet nerds who told me Amulet Titan was the best deck in Modern. That I was very dumb. I just don't understand. I don't understand, chat. How could Amulet Titan possibly lose to my tiny crew of Hardened Scales things? But Jeff, having comments on my Modern videos is the worst. I might stop doing it. I know. The funniest thing in the last Amulet Titan video that we did, I said that the Amulet Titan deck seems lackluster when it doesn't have Amulet in play, which a bunch of people who really love Amulet apparently took offense to that and started posting examples in my YouTube comments of how the Amulet deck's really good with Amulet in play. And I was just like, man, y'all are really bad at listening. Like, I get it. The Amulet deck's busted when it has Amulet in play. The problem is it doesn't always have Amulet in play. That's the issue. I think I want to just get Overseer going here. Dr. Jack with the $5 tip. Thanks for the support. Woo. Sadly, can't prolong Marty's gift because PayPal requires a credit card link, which I don't have. Take this instead. Dealer's choice. Well, thanks for the support, Doctor. So this is the part where we sit here and clench our butt cheeks together and hope our opponent never draws a Terminus or a Sweeper. And if they don't, they're gonna die. And if they do, they win. Alright. Your move, Yugi boy. That's all we got. Please don't kill me. I asked really nicely, please don't kill me. Yeah, I agree, Mazer Mouse. The Amulet Titan deck, if you look at all of the draws the Amulet Titan deck has that don't involve the card Amulet of Vigor, basically none of them are Modern playable. Shuffler Truther got addicted to Magic a year ago after a 20-year break. Went to my LGS and someone recommended your content. Glad I listened. Also, the Shuffler is broken. I don't know if I should give a sword to someone with the username Shuffler Truther. It's a tough. I feel like I shouldn't break tradition, but all right. Can you explain Serum Powder with the new Mulligan? Yeah, you resolve the new Mulligan and then you use Serum Powder. I think. I don't actually know. I'd have to look it up. We're gonna find out how it works on Magic Online in a little bit. I think I want Walking Ballista. Is Ravager lethal? Ravager might be lethal. They didn't path me. They could be on Cryptic Command, though. If they're on Cryptic Command, Arcbound Ravager is way worse than Ballista. And I'm going to enter combat. We have them dead in 2. Just with what's on board, so... The bad draws in Titan are okay against basically unlosable matchups like green-black or blue-white control. That's why those matchups are unlosable. Yeah. They're bouncing my Hardened Scales. Well, that seems like it bodes well for me. It's actually kind of interesting that they're bouncing that as opposed to bouncing my animation module. I guess they just need to hit the sweeper anyways, right? Alright. Don't cast Supreme Verdict, please. Oh, actually, Supreme Verdict isn't good enough, right? It needs to be Terminus or Wrath of God. Supreme Verdict doesn't beat Welding Jar, which is super funny. Alright, you're dead on board. They're dead. They're dead without me even activating. Steel Overseer. Plenty of basics where that came from, baby. We have a D-Sphere. Timely reinforcements. Sure. Are they dead through that? They might be dead through that. I think I have them dead through a timely here. With the Graftland especially. Because I do this. I'm gonna decline this. And then I do this. And it's gonna get 3, 4, 5 counters. 6, 7. I'm like constantly impressed that people register blue-white control in Modern. I just don't get it. Just don't understand. Alright, let's kill you. I mean, I guess it's really good if you like draw your Terminus exactly on time. And maybe they're gonna thrash us in the post-board games. I don't know. I thought this matchup's supposed to be bad for Hardened Scales, but like that's not been the experience the last 2 days. The London Mulligan's good for Magic. It makes Magic suck less. It takes some of the inherent crappiness out of Magic the Gathering. That being said, this build of... It is worth noting that this build of this archetype is worse against the opponent, against blue-white control than the build we played yesterday, because there's only 2 animation modules in here. I'm like, as that game we just played showed, animation module is very, very good in this matchup. There's no Karn and there's no Evolutionary Leap here either. So this build definitely has less hedges for this matchup. I think Throne of Geth is my cut. I think that's my out. I mean, that's basically what Hearthstone does, right, Jin? I have no idea what Hearthstone does with the cards. It might shuffle them back in. Everyone tells me the sky is falling. Yep. His hand's probably not good enough, right? It's kind of clunky. Doesn't do very much very quickly. This hand's really good. I think we're gonna bottom. We're gonna bottom Spellskite here. Octomono, thank you for the 6 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Why would I want to get rid of Overseer, Pike? If they have a path, that's fine, path the Overseer. And if they don't have the path, I now have an Overseer instead of a Spellskite. Also, I'm a Savant, and there's a Spellskite on top of my deck. I think it's pretty right to keep this here. Silence me, baby. Rude. It's funny, the thing I don't like about playing this deck, why I think I'd probably never play it in a tournament, is the same reason I don't really like playing Dredge. Is that the game ones are interesting and I like the math and the gameplay involved, but like having to play this like sideboard dance of like, did they draw their hate cards and did I draw my anti-hate cards to make up for it is just like so annoying. It's not particularly interesting or engaging. I'm leaning on the Hangarback Walker here because this is the card I care least about in my hand. The fact that they are opting in response to this Hangarback Walker tells me they're not playing Terminus, right? Because, like, if they have Terminus in their deck, they let the Hangarback Walker resolve. They could have also just made a mistake with the timing there. Did you stop Discord notification or did I screw up my settings? Your settings look to be screwed up, Punishing Waterfalls. Make sure you don't have @everyone suppressed on the subserver. They might have rejection. That's a good read. Okay. But like, if they have rejection there and that's the play because they have rejection, like, does that mean they have more rejections than Terminus in their deck? Because like, Terminus is the way higher upside play there, right? I could have also potentially been right to lead on Spellskite there. Could see that going either way. Oh, you took a short vacation too, right, Punishing Waterfalls? You might have gotten bumped out of it. I think it's like a 7-day grace period or something like that. Is the server in your list of servers when you log into Discord? That'll let you know if you're in it or not still. Once you're resubbed, you just have to pull up your connections tab and you should see it there. Yep, yeah, that's definitely it. You will need to be on a desktop computer to get rejoined. So I know that's kind of a joke, JW, but that's actually so something we have done is we've played with a Black Splash, and the Black Splash is nice because it lets you play some number of Assassin's Trophy over the Nature's Claims, so that way they're live even when they don't have their hateful enchantments. Alright, so they drew Terminus. That's why that paused with that on the stack. Good to know. Yeah, sideboard discard is also good. Lets you kind of proactively poke through things. To remind me to resub. Yeah, there's when your renewal comes up, there's like a specific time during the day that you have to that'll let you unlock it. Well, I got 2 of these, so I'm gonna go ahead and kill this. Oh. Pretty confident they have a Terminus here, but I also think I just need to put the Steel Overseer into play because I'm gonna die. I don't have enough pressure in play currently to like make them pull the trigger on a sweeper. Deal. Maybe they don't have a sweeper? Sure. Oh, they don't have the land, huh? That makes sense. Yep. I think I have to claim the search. I'm never beating an active search, right? Only a 20 turn clock, yep. When does the new Mulligan roll start for paper? Maybe never. Alright, that's a good one to have in our pocket. There's a walk-in in my pocket. Yeah, you just have to board in all the Nature's Claims against any deck that could possibly have, Stony Silence, basically. Oh, I could have floated to pump the Ballista. Holy crap, that's a big mistake. Nah, I don't know. I want to kill this and end a turn. I think, like, I'm pretty confident they drew a Terminus at some point, so, like, they're gonna rip a 6th land and, like, be able to Terminus me. I think there's a 5th basic in my deck, right? Yeah. Yeah, I guess, like, if I would have floated mana, I would have done +3, so they'd be at 7, and I would have 4 more points here, so it's still not lethal, so I think it's right to hold my Nature Claim up so I can get my Steel Overseer back. Yeah, they'd have gone to 3. They were still dead on my next turn with or without the pump, so all right, we're gonna get charging my laser here. Always use protection, chat. They named Steely Boy. They named Steely Dan. Oh no. So I'm gonna hold on to that, obviously, because it can't attack, and I think there's a good chance that they have a sweeper. So I want this Steel Overseer to play out post sweeper. He's just gonna be over here working out. It's not his fault you don't love him. Alright, let's try again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. To be fair, the lineup of people they have for today for the fandom event is kind of great. Like in terms of a mix of people who are successful on Twitch and MPL players. They have Saffron Olive doing commentary too, which is great. I think the commentary is like Saffron Olive, Mike, Sigrist, Alexander Hain, and then a 4th one that I can't remember. Oh. We're not supposed to get snow here. We are supposed to get 50-mile-per-hour winds, though. Am I supposed to mulligan this? It's best of 3 with sideboards punishing waterfalls. Nobody with a brain is going to use duo standard. Even WotC posted that they didn't care for the results of it. If you'd allow me to strap my tinfoil hat on for a moment too, I would be willing to bet that part of the reason they wanted duo standard for their thing that they did, their invitational, is because they wanted a higher variance format. So that way the challengers would have a better shot against the MPL players. Yeah, all the participants are required to stream. Arena, it's going to be basically like the Twitch Rivals tournament was. Arena doesn't have an in-client spectator mode. So, in order to do tournaments like this with coverage, you have to have everyone streaming. Ooh. Read. I think we just start attacking at this point, right? I think I just like fire up Inkmoth and like go to town. There could also be an argument for just like holding up Phyrexia's core here. Kind of think I want to hold up Phyrexia's core. So what's I could attack for 3 this turn, or I could pump. I think I'm going to wait a turn here. I think I'm going to activate Overseer plus pump Hangarback Walker this turn, and then start attacking the following turn. A Vendilion click, sure. I assume they're going to let me keep all of these. Maybe they take the Hardened Scales. No, it's targeting me. And again, I'm not activating this to get a counter on it because I want to leave Phyrexia's core activation up. We did. That is a green source, which is nice. Because that was during my end step pike. Think the London Mulligan helps every good deck in Modern. Modern was already about being super linear. Absorb. All right. That's a thing. Oh, for fuck's sake. This stupid application. Well, I don't have Phyrexia's core up anymore because Moto gonna Moto. I clicked on the bottom one to animate, but apparently it just stacked. Normally it stacks the new one on top. So this can't currently make mana. I was like, oh, it always stacks the new one on top. I can animate the bottom one. Nope. No, I cannot. Now, in the future, I should right-click and make sure I'm clicking on the right one. Was I supposed to crack this at end of turn? It might be that I was supposed to crack this at end of turn. I think we're heading in that direction. Actually, I'm not even supposed to attack with this, I don't think. I think I'm just passing. I think it's actually going to be like crank Hangarback Walker up, crack Walker, activate Inkmoth, activate Overseer, untap, activate Overseer again. Alright, if they have a sweeper, I'm taking the bait, but... not really a whole lot I can do here against the sweeper. I guess I do still have 2 Inkmoths if they have the sweeper, and they only have 2 cards left, so like maybe the Inkmoths close the distance out. Heptaflexagon with the Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I appreciate it. So keeping me employed this month with that. Alright, do you have Supreme Verdict? They could have Detention Sphere here as well. Yep. What's up, Lorraine? Questions are always welcome. Yeah, those are the infect lands. Nature's claiming my own thing wasn't play that turn because I didn't have enough mana, Mazer Mouse. Also, the Celestial Colonnade is staring us down as a potential blocker. Maybe I'm supposed to attack with Arcbound Worker here. If I attack with Arcbound Worker and they block with Colonnade, I get to deal 1, move the counters to Ballista, use the Ballista to shoot the Colonnade. I think measuring my ability to play Magic in paper tournaments isn't something that I can do objectively. So I'm really not one to just like make random stuff up, which is basically what that requires me to do. So to answer your question, I have no idea, because we don't really have objective measures for Magic skill. I think in general, playing more Magic makes you a better Magic player. So it's not so much related to me streaming that makes me better, so much as it's the fact that I'm just like playing lots to do my job here. Alright, I think we just fire up both of these and attack them. They don't have a piece of spot removal. This leaves them. So if the current card in hand is a blank, and they draw another blank next turn, they're dead to the Inkmoths. I agree. Open deck list is a great improvement for Magic tournaments. I think it is a welcome addition. Welcome to being a digital card game esport in 2019. Who's got two thumbs is making their opponent have it. This guy right here. Hey, don't path me, bro. I mean, I think that question's like an easy yes. I don't think there's anybody who plays better while they're streaming. It's like saying, are you better at doing a math problem while you're juggling 12 knives or when you're not juggling 12 knives? Obviously the answer is I'm better at doing math when I'm not juggling 12 knives. Like humans aren't really designed to multitask. So streaming while playing Magic is like playing Magic while doing like 4 different things at once, right? All right, they animated the wrong colonnade, but they also were in the blocker step, so they had missed blocking, and this would have needed to be a path for them to not die. I mean, it wasn't really a shame to concede they were dead. The Inkmoths were lethal. How many sub gifts to have you stream a game while juggling 12 knives? That's the real question, right? How much to inflict bodily harm on yourself? Yeah, this is a Moto exclusive cage. They put a lot of great art on Moto exclusive cards. It's really sad. I don't know why they don't reuse it and print them as paper promos as well. Seems like a big miss. Limb Nursery, 6 months ago, Marty handed me a shovel and pointed me to the trenches, halfway to my own real sword now. Thank you for the 6 months. I hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, seems fine. I mean, the London Mulligan's busted, and we should always mulligan any hand that's not absolutely perfect. Because that's what you should want to do. You should want to mulligan lots and lots. Mulliganing is good. Yeah, probably, Fonsetti. Probably. No, we're not supposed to get snow down here. I think I want... I don't know what I want here. I already have Walkie Boy and Arcbound Ravager. Do I just want Hang Boy? I think I want Hang Boy. There could be merit to taking the Arcbound Worker because of Mox Opal efficiency, though. Yeah, I'm just going to take King Boy. Yeah, 8 inches up here. Brutal. Rem with the brand new tier 1 sub. Thank you very much and welcome. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Wow. It's like the anti-my deck card. That's incredibly rude. Makes this card a lot less good. I auto-passed there. I blanked on the fact that I just drew this Welding Jar and could have Ancient Stirrings. Well, welcome back, Rem. For my regulars out there, I am taking tomorrow off. Christy and I are taking a long weekend this weekend. Our wedding anniversary is later this month, so we're taking a week early because my parents are able to take the kids this weekend, which is nice. I will be back on the Mondays. Second Soulscar Mage, rude. So, what do I want to do here? Weasel, thanks for the tier 2 resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. We're going up to the Chicagoland area for the weekend. My parents live up there. So, my parents are taking the kids for the weekend, and then I don't know exactly what we're doing. I think we're going to go see like a show downtown or something. I think there's some painting thing she wants to do. Huh. I feel like I'm just supposed to spend all my mana this turn. The problem with using the Ancient Stirrings is that, like, then I don't get to use all 4 of my mana. I think I want to just Walking Ballista. Rug Thumpington, thank you for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Well, good to have you here, Labe. Sounds good, Rug. I appreciate the private support. I am doing a double Modern morning, and then hopefully I'll be doing a bunch of Standard this afternoon if we have a deep run in the Fandom tournament. I think there's 5 rounds of Swiss. If I O2 drop, I might do some more donation decks after, but we'll see. Submitted my first deck for the queue yesterday. How long until it shows up in the list? So I can't regenerate this because Soulscar Mage gives it minus counters. I update the deck queue at the end of every stream, Hobbs. So if you sent in the donation last night after I was done, it'll get updated today when I'm done. What time does the tournament start? 1 p.m. Central. So my plan is to do 2 modern decks and then 1 standard deck, and then that should about give us time to roll into the tournament. Yeah, Soulscar Mage is not a good scene for us. Feels pretty hopeless here at the moment. Just like all of the removal is super good. Weasel, thanks for the biddies. I appreciate it. Good morning. I'm playing Jeskai Control. It was just the deck I was enjoying playing the most and had an okay win rate with. Oh, yeah, I mean. Alright, I'm going to take this. I'm going to put both these into play. And then when they play a removal spell next turn, I'm going to concede. Might just concede the match, honestly. Just try and get along to the next two. This matchup seems pretty abysmal. No, we're not supposed to get snow down here. I'm pretty far south. I'm like 2 hours south of Chicago. Although I guess if we're planning to go up to Chicago tomorrow, I should probably check what the weather looks like up there. They have nothing? Light up the stage, yep. Gut Shot. And Soul Scar Mage, yep. They kind of need to Gut Shot right now, right? Before I untap with the Steel Overseer. They are definitely playing Mono Red Phoenix. All right. All right. Yep. Yep. Okay, can I get a Walking Ballista? Well, if we don't die to burn spells, are they dead to this attack? This is 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 6, 7, 8, 9. And then this is worth like 10 counters on its own. What if I attack? If I attack with both of these, are they dead? So if I attack with both of these and they block here, this deals this thing gets how big? This goes to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then 11 moves over here to 12. So this would be 16. No, 14. It would be 14. So I could deal 14 with this. So I attack with Arcbound Worker Ravager, and if they don't block, they die. The problem is I'm dead next turn. Problem is I'm dead next turn, most likely. Their deck is a bunch of like lightning bolts and fork bolts and stuff, so I assume I'm just gonna get like 3 ball and die here, because they just drew 3 cards last turn off the Bedlam Reveler. Yep. Exactly enough. That's unfortunate, because they were very dead next turn. And again, the problem here with not having a black splash is that I can't really board in Dismember against the burn deck, right? Like, that's just not a thing I want to do. I think I board in a couple of Nature's Claim. These Welding Jars don't really do anything. I guess they're okay against their non-Soulscar Mage draws. Max Owns the World. Thanks for checking in for the 7th month. Welcome back. What's Throne of Geth for? More grind. Well, Throne of Geth isn't really grind. It's explosiveness. It's kind of like bad Arcbound Ravager 5/6. All of the Twitch sub notifications have been super, super wonked out since their change. I guess. There's like nothing to write home about, but it's got like lands and playable spells. It's bad against Soulscar Mage, but that like describes all of our hands, right? Yeah, a few people have reported that the day on which they resub and the day on which it lets them post their resub notification are different days now, which really doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is. Well, you'll be able to notify when I come back next Monday. It holds on to your notification. A couple people mentioned that in the past too, like they want to wait for me to be online for them to actually like resub, and it's like, well, your resub notification will still be able to pop up for you next time. I just play Steel Overseer out here. Just get this going. So they ditched 2 Arclight Phoenixes. The fact that they're leading on a Manamorphose here probably means they're both coming out to play. Yeah, I like this one. What's going on, Pandays? Thanks for the 33 months. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a fantabulous Thursday. This is the part where they bin more Arclight Phoenixes. Welcome to Modern. Welcome to Modern. Do 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 do. Beep 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 beep. End me. If they only attack with 2 birds here, we might be able to get something going with these Steel Overseers and these Hangarback Walkers. It's basically Memekin gone modern. Kinda, I think it's unfair to compare it to something like Memekin. Because, like, this deck's, like, actually good. Yeah, I think Soren seems sweet. Is now when we've been sharing resub notifications we've been sitting on. What's going on, Evan? Thanks for the 7 months. Alright, they did not ditch his 3rd Arclight Phoenix there, so maybe we have a shot. JK, LOL, we did. JK, LOL. They are down to 2 cards in hand. This Phyrexia's Core might be my saving grace. Might let me crack this Hang Boy for a decent amount. So I'm going to 8 this turn. Next turn I can pump up the jam here and then crack it, which gives me a lot of blockers. Along with the Pendelhaven, I can trade 1 Thopter for 1 Phoenix, which is a decent exchange rate. Good chance we die before then, though. So I want to activate, sack, use Pendelhaven. So I don't want to cast anything this turn. They have a Bolt in Exile that they have to cast before the end of their next turn. We could just die. This bolt could go upstairs, then they could have 2 more bolts to go upstairs. Alright, so I'm actually going to sacrifice the 3/3/1 before the 4/4/1 because I would like to ensure that this one can level up again next turn without having to worry about dying to a 3 damage spell. So this puts me at 9. I'm going to go ahead and throw away one of these tokens as a gain 3, and the other one alongside Pendelhaven is going to trade for an Arclight. Although I suppose they could bolt off the one that I'm Pendelhavening, but then like that's a bolt that's not going to my dome, so that sounds good. We're 2-0 with Scales, but we're down a game in this third match. Is a Bedlam Reveler. Flashing back Faithless Looting. Interesting. I assume we're going to see them fire out this bolt at our face. They discarded a 3rd Arclight Phoenix. They only have 3 cards in their hand, though, so that means they're going to need 3 spells next turn to bring them all back. Yep. The face is the place. What are they paying costs for? They have like a Lightning Axe? I think I actually want to go ahead and pump up the jam on this right away and then sacrifice it, so that way my opponent can't double bolt me next turn before in response to me gaining a life. My mind is telling me to buy back into Modern. My body wants it to be on paper. Well, I mean, if you have like 1,000 or 2 worth of disposable income, it's not terrible to get into Modern. Definitely can do that with piles of money. I'm supposed to give him a tap for 1 there. Probably supposed to give him a tap for 1. Did we mulligan yet? Yeah, we mulliganed a couple times. Much like every change that happens in Magic, I feel like a bunch of people are expecting a bunch of things to change, and things aren't actually really going to be that different. Alright, they had a sideboard card. See? Modern's still the same as always. They had a sideboard card and we died. Welcome to Thunderdome. Feels like 4-match leagues are probably going to become the norm here, just so I have time to get through things. We've been going for about an hour 20 with this after 3 matches, so we fit in, unless this 4th match is like blistering quick, we'll probably skip the 5th again and get to colorless Eldrazi. I don't want to spoil the YouTube videos later tonight. What's going on, Duckstar? That's like the first matchup I've played with this deck that I felt like, man, that was hard. I don't think there was anything I could do to fix it. Although I guess that's not strictly true. Having a... If I had a black splash, I would have been better off there. Have any pillowcases been sold? No. Christy added that one as a joke. This hand's a little speculative, but like any second land or 0 mana artifact. Second land, or I guess Mox Opal doesn't count. Ancient Stirrings, second land, or Welding Jar all make this hand very good, so I think it's a keep. I think we can miss for a turn with this hand and still be good. That was actually the Stone Cold Nuts. Actually the Stone Cold Nuts, because it's the second land that turns on Mox Opal. Go. Never didn't have it. Have any pillowcases been sold? Nope. Nope. I think I said that. I'd have to imagine this matchup's not great for us on the surface, but we've got a bunch of Damping Spheres. They're like, I guess they could still be Phoenix. My head went to Storm, but they could technically still be Phoenix. Are they dead? I could try and kill them here, but I think that's too aggressive. I'm just going to hit them for 4 and pass. Lightning Bolt makes trying to kill them go very sideways. Alright, are they dead in response to this? So this is worth 5. This is worth 5 counters. This is worth 6 counters. That's 11. Yeah, they're very dead. Don't mind me, just killing you on turn 3. Remember when I said this hand was going to be very good? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Some good clean living. Welcome to Modern. Welcome to Modern. Fair, interactive Magic the Gathering, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't think I want Cage or Crypt here. I think I just want Damping Sphere, because enough of their hands don't involve... I probably want Dismember too, huh? If they're Storm or Phoenix. Killing Thing in the Ice is pretty important. I think I want Spellskite. Do I just trim Welding Jar? It might be correct to trim Welding Jar. I need to cut something here. I've cut a land on the draw a couple of times too, which is probably fine. I'm gonna cut a Llanowar Reborn. Let's do that. Get a little greedy. Neat cantrips. Kill you? Kill you? You know, I honestly don't remember, Sheriff. My youngest is almost 4, so it's been a hot second since I've thought about baby names. This hand is more than good. It's great. This game goes like the last one. We will get all 5 matches in. I do really like this deck. Maybe I will play all 5 with this one regardless. Carlos Eldrazi will probably be a straight just hour and a half because I'm not a huge fan of that archetype, but I like Scales a lot. Opponent has Mulligan to 5. I believe Shivan Reef implies Storm. I believe in a thing called love. Is there any deck in Modern that you'd like to play that we haven't played in a while? It's been a hot second since we've played, oh, what's it called? I'm blanking on the name. Since we've played, Blue-Black Fairies. It's a deck that I enjoy playing. It's been a hot second. Is it usually better to play on Opal even if it isn't on? Yeah, I think so. Just in case they have, like, especially if you don't want it to get, like, randomly discarded or other things. So, remember Damping Sphere is symmetrical. So I can't go Hardened Scales into Walking Ballista here, so I think I just want to go Steel Overseer into Scales. And then next turn I can go Scales into Walking Ballista, and the game should end on the spot if they don't have any interaction. Or if they don't kill me this turn. Like, we could die this turn. They could, like, bounce my thing and kill me. Trip Scales is pretty decent, though. We're going to get through most of the decks in the queue. The Fandom Tournament starts at 1 p.m. Cornfield time. So that's approximately 4 hours from now. 3.5 hours from now. Well, I mean, this still kills this, so... Go. Yeah, the Magic Online ordering of permanents is let's call it interesting. Yeah, two mana 4/4 with upside. Pretty A-okay. Modern power level, if you would. I think I just crank Walkie Boy up to a 5/5 next turn and like crack them. There's like dead end 2, right? If I just like double crank the Walkie Boy up. Read. Land's not even a bad draw here, because it means I get to go double Overseer. And then the double Overseer actually makes Inkmoth lethal next turn. Actually, single Overseer makes the Inkmoth lethal next turn, right? So they need a bounce spell here. Worth noting here, actually made a small mistake. Should have not played my land for the turn, because if they bounced one of these Inkmoths, I would like to be able to replay it. They have 0 poison counters. Now they have 10. We actually would have killed them with regular damage too, right? Because this would have cranked these up to 9/9s. Because Hardened Scales is busted. Alright. Onward, upward, backward, forward. All 5. Let's do it. Hey, Negative. Thank you for the 8 months. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a fantastic end of your week. You know, many of you out there have another day tomorrow. I'm going to be off all day tomorrow. So feel free to enjoy the YouTube stuff or poke into some other streams. I'll be back on Monday. But don't go anywhere just yet today, because we're going to be around for hopefully a long time today. Hopefully we're going to make a deep run in the fandom tournament. We're going to be streaming for the next, I don't know, 10 hours or so, 11 hours. Quillman checking in for the 17th month. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. This hand is more than good. It's great. Go Opal Scales stuff. What's the prize pool for fandom? There is $4,000 in cash split between the top 8 players, and there's only 16 players. So hopefully at a minimum we'll be the top 50%. But the list of competitors is tough. A lot of people in there who play a lot of Magic. Yeah, the new Mulligan rule went live on Magic Online yesterday. My personal goal is to utilize the new Mulligan rule as little as possible by just always having a nut 7. That's my goal. There's five rounds of Swiss with the tournament that's going to be happening this afternoon. Could be humans, could be spirits. Looking for a Walking Ballista in either case. Ask and you shall receive. See, the true secret to looking at the list of competitors in a tournament like that and then looking at my chances is remembering that Magic's an incredibly high variance game, and I'm luckier than most people, so we'll be okay. Second Seachrome Coast. Doesn't really narrow down exactly what they could be doing. I think I'm just going to go Ravager here. Plays around Reflector Mage a little bit. And then Walking Ballista's lethal next turn. Isn't it always? Blade Splicer, that's totes adorbs. That's really cute. Blade Splicer. So I actually get more counters by only playing this out for one, because I'm going to charge the Hangarback Walker up. And I'm pretty sure we just 20 them from here, right? Because this is worth 10 counters. So this is 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then the additive bonuses. Can they have, is there anything for 2 here that punishes me for going for it? Is there anything for 2 here that punishes me for going for it? Anyone? Bueller. Anyone? Is there any 2-drop in the game that punishes me for going for it? Phantasmal Image doesn't do anything. Aegis of the Gods doesn't matter because I'd be able to shoot it in response. Phyrexia Revoker does technically get me. I think I'm okay with that one. Yeah, I'm aware of how the math works. The Discovery Channel, checking in for the 4th month. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I appreciate it. Snuff out. Casual turn 4, 23 Walking Ballista. 24 Walking Ballista, sorry. No big deal. There's no Stony Silence creature. Oh, that's really cute. My opponent put a Blade Splicer into play. Welcome to Modern. Welcome to Modern. You know, KCI getting banned was secretly very good for this deck. Because KCI getting banned means less people are registering Stony Silence, which is just aces for us. Just aces. That being said, there's still a white deck. I'm going to board in the Nature's Claims. Not sure if this is an animation module matchup or not. It probably is. They're a fair deck. Animation modules like are grindy cards, so any fair matchup you want to use. In fact, I think my preferred build of this archetype has 3 of this card in it. I should sit down and think about what my preferred build looks like. So we played this a good bit now, and I really like this archetype in general. Weg, thanks for the 7th month in a row. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a fantabulous Thursday. Nature's Claims, an extra Spellskite in. Let's do it. My opponent's mulligan to 6. This hand's pretty good again. I'm going to keep it. When was the last time you played Lone Pox? Lone Pox is one of the decks that I'm just not going to be playing anymore on stream. It's one of those decks that's really kind of clunky and slow and fair and not doing anything objectively powerful and just tends to get run out of the game by decks like Hardened Scales and Storm and Phoenix and all these other things that are good in Modern. So, as much as that deck was fun when we played it, it's just not good enough. This hand is weak to Stony Silence, like worth noting. Yeah, basically Toolboxer. This deck's been consistently excellent in my experience playing it. I need to go back and look, but I feel like we like 4x basically every time we play it. I would love a Walking Ballista. Thank you for asking. I'm going to play Mox Opal out here because there's a chance my opponent's playing a Thalia deck. So I'd like to get that down ASAP. Grab Scales, yep. We're so smart. We're so smart and thin, chat. Just the smartest and the thinnest. I'm going to lead on Steel Overseer. The highest upside get into play. And then if they don't kill the Overseer, next turn we can go Walker for 1 and then Ballista for 1. Use the Steel Overseer to crank them up. No blocks. I'm going to lead on Hangarback Walker rather than Walking Ballista. JK, they played a Blades Play, so I was going to say, just in case they have a Spell Queller. Does MTGO pair based on record? It tries to, but there aren't always people around to pair based on record. So it makes an attempt. I think I'm going to do this and shoot their Thalia now before they have a 4th mana to Restoration Angel it or a Vial on 3 to Flicker Wisp it. We're still at a pretty healthy 18 here. We got our board state going. Steel Overseer's real good. They have 2 cards left. Both of them are going to need to be real good to keep up with the board that we have at the moment. Just going to take the Love Tap from the Golem here. No blocks. We'd love to find an Arcbound Ravager on this Ancient Stirrings that insulates us against Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp is actually quite good against us because it kills our Hangarback Walker. Do we have a Path to Exile here? Sure. The event starts at 1 p.m. today, about 3.5 hours from now. Should probably update the command to include the time. Another Hangarback, yep. Another Hangarback, yep. Yeah, I think Ancient Stirring and Faithful Suiting are modern sacred cows. Mox Opal too. These are cards that are long past their shelf life, but they're here to stay. I think crop rotation would be fine. It wouldn't help Tron get turn 3 Tron, so it's just fine. Are you being facetious there? Because crop rotation definitely helps Tron get turn 3 Tron. I forgot how crop rotation works. You wouldn't be a member of Twitch chat if you didn't. Animation module. Well, that's awesome. That's unfortunate. This is why I actually waited on playing the other Hangarback Walker out. So they get both my friends permanently. In fact, it might have been right to throw this away to get Thopters last turn because of this. So the Hangarback Walkers are dead forever because if they come back from the Deputy of Detention, they come back as 0/0s. Deputy's actually really good against us because, like, now if they draw, like, a Resto or a Flicker with, they can blink their Deputy and take something else with it without getting punished. Kind of surprised they didn't attack with the Deputy there, too. I guess they don't want to trade it off because they could draw a Blink effect. It's brutally windy here, but we're not getting a blizzard, so we're doing all right. You could have pumped the Ballista to shoot your thing. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, that's true. It's a good catch. I could have used the module to pump this, and then used this to shoot the other Hangarback Walker, and then I'd have had a flying token, which would be valuable. No, the opponent's playing blue-white taxes. I guess Deputy of Detention is a reason to... I'm pretty sure I boarded out my copies of... If I recall correctly, I boarded out my copies of Throne of Geth, and Throne of Geth is a card that insulates us against Deputy of Detention because it can sacrifice the target. So, if we draw Ravager at any point, the opponent's basically dead, but if they draw, like, Resto or Flicker Wisp before then, we're in a lot of trouble. That being said, we're currently very far ahead on board. I think I'm going to start attacking with this 4/4. I need to end the game. Animation module going to start grinding here. Worth noting that you can pay 4 to put 1 counter on Walking Ballista. Alternatively, animation module makes it cost 3. So my next turn is going to be animation module, a counter onto the Walking Ballista, make a servo, charge up the Hangarback Walker, and then start attacking with both of these. Actually, I can start attacking with the Walking Ballista too, right? If they draw another brick here, they should be dead next turn or the turn after. Depending on how aggressively they block and what we draw. They draw. They're like a Resto or a Flicker Wisp away from, like, or another Deputy away from, like, hurting us a lot. Alright, what do you got? Is this a Flicker Wisp? Or a Deputy Detention? It's a Flicker Wisp. Yep. Yeah, this is unfortunate. It's possible that I should have been charging the Hangarback Walker sooner to prevent this from happening. Or charging the Walking Ballista sooner, sorry. I think all good decks get better. Here's Jeff's hot take of the day. Mulliganing is still bad. That's my hot take of the day. Mulliganing still not good. Try not to do it. Keep good hands. Ooh, that's a good one. You mean you'd prefer to have more cards than fewer? I'm not sure I follow. Yeah, exactly, right? Weird, I know. Yeah, the tournament today is on Arena. It's very similar to the Twitch Rivals tournament, if you remember the two of those that I played in. I mean, do we really need Hardened Scales? I might have drawn another blink effect. Oh, you know what? I should have blocked with Arcbound Worker to move this counter over. That's definitely what I should have done. Well, do I leave back Walking Ballista to play around Settle the Wreckage? I think I do. Yeah, everyone in the tournament will be streaming on a 3-minute delay. Like the command says. It's another 4-1. The Mono Red Phoenix matchup seemed hard. Scar Scale, or Soul Scar Mage, the total beating. I think the next time we get this submitted to the queue, I think there's actually a green-black version in the queue, but if there's not, the next time someone submits this, I'm definitely going to play the green-black version. Because I feel like playing through these games, the Black Smash is a pretty marginal cost, and it's pretty potent overall. Straw Ravager seems decent here. And, like, that last game was such a great example of, like, not needing Hardened Scales to, like, go the distance and grind, right? I do think one thing I've formed an opinion on is that I think playing less than 3 animation modules is a mistake. This card's just, like, really good against the people trying to do fair things in the format. One of the things I like about this deck overall, too, is that this deck gets to do the similar thing to Elves, which is that this is a very fast linear deck that gets to play Damping Sphere, because this card is very good at slowing down a variety of the other linear decks in the format. So I think being able to play this card while also having turn 3 kills